One of the biggest misconceptions about narcissism is this idea that narcissists, in their self-centeredness, they are loving themselves too much and they need to, tone that in. But that's actually not what's happening psychologically. If you spend enough time studying this clinically and sitting with the lived experiences of narcissists and the people that have been in close relationship with narcissistic treated people, you see something very different. At the core, this is a disorder of self-loathing. There is, in fact, a deep sense of inadequacy, a pervasive insecurity, a strong internal shame that's never settled. That French expression that he is comfortable in his skin is not the experience of a narcissistic person. And because that internal world is so excruciatingly painful for him, it gets externalized. Instead of reckoning with it and resolving it within him, his own self, he externalizes it, he pushes it out and projects it onto who's ever available. And that would be you. You see, what they cannot tolerate in themselves gets projected outward onto convenient targets. Accusations like, "You're disgusting," "You're a liar," "You make me sick," when you step back, are often not really about you at all. They're actually a large picture window into how they experience themselves. Now, when people first grasp this, they often say something like, "Oh, wow, that makes me feel sorry for them," or "It makes me want to help them." Stop, slow down, take a breath, because that response says something good about your heart. But here's where the discernment matters in such an important way. Yes, narcissistic individuals are often deeply unhappy. They're anxious. They are chronically comparing themselves to others. They feel wronged, overlooked. They feel left behind, cheated. But compassion does not mean self-sacrifice. You don't need revenge to find resolution. You don't need to win. In a very real sense, the cost of living inside that inner world is already profound, and they have to keep being them. That's the only solution. And that's not said with cruelty on my part. That's just clarity. So imagine waking up every day measuring yourself against everyone else, feeling perpetually inferior. You're going to be suspicious, angry, and convinced you're the victim in every story. And that's exhausting. And so here's the key distinction I want you to hold on to. Understanding this dynamic, it's meant to free you rather than binding you to compassion that's costing you your well-being. So if this reframing helps you step outside self-blame or confusion, then you're exactly the kind of woman that we support inside the Detox Your Marriage community. That community is a safe space for thoughtful women who want clarity without cruelty, compassion without abandoning their self. It's a space that gives you an opportunity to understand why something is happening without volunteering to fix it or volunteering to be harmed by it. And that difference, that's where real freedom begins.